What's up YouTube, Harpiehero here, bringing you a deck profile of my Harpies. I haven't done any deck profiles yet, so if I'm bad at this, please forgive me. So first off, 3 copies of Harpie Queen. This is your main kind of beat stick of the deck. If you use it, you can ditch it for Harpie Sending Ground, and it will allow you to open up other plays. You can also ditch with other Harpie cards, so you want to run 3 of those. Next you run your Harpie Ladies. I run 2 Harpie Lady 1s and 1 Cyber Harpie Lady. I found that sometimes you just need the extra little 1800 beater rather than the 1600 that the Harpie Lady 1 gets you, or 2000 beater when ground is out with Lady 1 rather than the 18 with Lady 1. Cyber and Lady 1. So that's why I run these. And then we run everyone's favorites. It just came out in Lord Sekion Galaxy. The Harpie's Chandler. This one you can ditch any Harpie card for another Harpie monster. But it has to be in face of defense. But what most people do is they go for Big Eye or something like that. I don't. This isn't a Big Eye Turbo deck. This is more of a fun deck. So, yeah. But you run 3 Chandlers because it's more Harpie Ladies. Next, I run 3 Baby Dragons. Yes, I run Baby Dragons. Big Dragons are way expensive, and these I think are a lot better than the normal. I'd rather have a 2400 beater that you can't attack my Harpies, so any cost pop stuff depending on. He has different effects based upon how many Harpie Ladies you have on the field or in, yeah. So I just find 3 is a decent number. You can go into a lot of plays with him too. So that's why I run 3 of him. Next I run 2 Shros. There's another winged beast I can use for the grounds and other cards in the deck. It's really good. You can just bring out you can go straight into a Blackwing play if you need to or something. So run 2 Shros. I'll run 3 Blackwings in the deck. And my next one is Gale the Whirlwind. Gale is the Wing Beast tuner. You can go into Arm Master with Gale. It's one of the reasons he's in here. You can also go into other plays with him, which I find is always fun, so gotta run Gale. You can also stunt your opponent's plays. Get over there 20, as long as Gale can have the attack of monsters too, as most people know. So next I run 1 Dragunity Darkspear. You can tribute him, or you're supposed to be able to tribute 1 Dragunity Dragon type, and he's a dragon. And you can special summon 1 Winged Beast from your graveyard. And he's also a tuner. He's also wind, so it's another tech that I find interesting for the deck. And then I also run 1 Neospatian Ground Maul because Ground Maul is really good in this format, I believe. You can just get rid of your opponent's Evil Swarm Ophion, your opponent's what is it? Big Eye, Dragosack, you name it. Grand Maul's there just to poke the crap out of everything. Next, I play triple Shieldling because I like stalling, and Shieldling's the best stall in this deck. He's able to just block the crud out of everything, and everyone just gets bugged because he kill him 3 times. But I find it's quite hilarious. So yeah, it's run 3. People say, oh, you need to run 2. You can only run 1, you'll be fine. But no, 3 is a good number, I believe. And next, I run 2 Mask of Darknesses, so I can recycle my traps. And they're also a dark target, if I need it. Just a flip effect, so ain't too bad. Then I run 1 Swift Birdman Joe. Whenever you tribute him for a wind monster, return all spells and traps to the hand, so you can open up for no 2k if you need it, which is, I think, a good deal. He's also level 6, so you can go into a bouncer with him, if needed. I also run 1 Ryza the Storm Monarch. Ryza is just to remove cards from the field. He's a good little tech. It's just a winged beast, so you can get kind of beefy if you need him to be. And then I run one Elector, Solving of Birds. He, I think, he's one of my favorite cards of the deck, just because if your opponent controls 2 or more face-up monsters with the same attributes, you can special summon him from your hand. And you can select one face-up monster in the field and negate its effect. But the only downside is you can only have one of him on the field at a time, so you only need to run one in the deck. And then the last 2 monsters I run, because I have both Darks and Winds, if people can guess it. Darksamorg. Darksamorg is 2700 beater, 29 with Harpie's Hunting Ground. And you are able to, when he's out on the field, your opponent cannot set any cards. So if they're low life points and they're trying to draw into like a Mirror Force or Cylinder or something, if you have him out on the field, they can't set anything. They can't even set monsters. So that's why I run him at 2. I used to run 1, but I kept getting him evac or bottomless or something. And that just became a pain in the butt. And that's it for the monsters. Next, triple Harpie's Hunting Ground. The field spell of the deck, whenever Harpie Lady is summoned, or Harpie Lady's sisters, you're able to pop 1 slower trap on the field. It just allows a lot of plays. It also gives all winged beasts 200 attack and defense. So if you need it, your shielding can become pretty beefy too. In defense with 1100. Next I run another 2 cards that came out in Lord Tachyon Galaxy, which a lot of people know is Hysteric Sign. Hysteric Sign is a good little tech. You're able to add an Elegant Egotist from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And it will allow you to just go into an Exi or something if you need it. And only downside of this is you can elect a 1 effect Hysteric Sign per turn. And the other effect is where if it's destroyed, you can add 3 Harpie cards with different names to your hand. What used to be was you're able to just pop in and add 3, but unfortunately they rewrote the effect. Next I run 2 copies of Elegant Egotist, because I found that you don't really need more than 2. If you get more than 2, unless you're writing Harpie Lady's sisters, it's not really necessary. Oops, stupid. But yeah, it's not really necessary if you need it, but yeah, just 2 Elegant Egotist is good. And next I run a Shenanigan card that one of my friends pointed out to me, and I thought, oh, well, this is actually a great card for Harpies. Flank Spike. The equipped monster gains 900 attack for each card in the graveyard with the same name. Every Harpie card, Harpie's Queen, Harpie's Chandler, the Harpie Lady 1s, and Cyber Harpie Lady, in the field, on the field, in the graveyard, are all counted as Harpie Lady. And that makes your Harpies pretty strong. You can have a incredibly powerful Harpie if you're just messing around. Like, you can run more than 2 if you really wanted to, but I found 2 is a good number to run. I ran 1 and then it kept getting amnestied, so I found a second, just ran that. Next I run 2 amnesties, kind of normal, and then Dark Hole and Reborn. You don't really need heavy in the deck because Harpie's Hunting Ground just really takes care of the back row. So, yeah. And Onward Traps, I run 2 Hysteric Parties. You discard 1 card to activate it, and you can special summon as many Harpie Ladies from your graveyard as possible. And they're all special summoned at the same time, so if you get Bottomless, it's kind of a bummer. If you get Warning, it's a bummer. But it only pops 1 card in the field. It doesn't pop multiple, which a lot of people think, because they're all special summoned at the same time if you have Hunting Grounds in the field. Sorry, camera's kind of shaky. Next, 2 Icarus Attack. 3 is kind of overkill, so 2 is good. You just tribute a Winged Beast, pop 2 cards in the field. It's really good. Next I run 1 Spiritual Windars Midbye. You tribute 1 Wind Monster, select 1 card in your opponent's controls, and send it to the bottom of the deck. It doesn't have to be face up, face down. It doesn't matter. It's just a fun little tech. And then I run 1 Aqua Course. Aqua Course gives all monsters in the field the same name a 500 point boost, which also boosts your Harpies up, which is, I think, a little good tech. I only run one though. You don't really need more than one though. And then I run the Fabled evacs. I run these in a lot of my decks, and my friends know it and they hate it because they get something out and they're like, oh nope, evac. Yeah, just removal of monsters in the field. Then I run one Mirror Force because Mirror Force. Everyone knows Mirror Force. And then Starlight Road because I've had problems with people just heavying me, and I'm like, oh, I'm a sad panda. So Starlight helps. And that's the whole main deck. It's 50 cards. It's a fun deck. I don't really use competitively, so. And we'll go into the extra deck now. One Gachi. Just Gachi. I run a lot of level 2s. I run 5 level 2s in the deck, so you can go into Gachi. Or if you really want to, you can go into Daigusto Phoenix, which is my other level 2. Just detach, target one wind monster, attacks twice, which the whole deck is basically wind, and you can also target Dark Simorg, because it's also wind. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. But yeah, those are level 2s I run. For level 4s, I run Harpie's Phantasmal Dragon, which is from Lord Tachyon. Harpie's it takes 3 level 4 wind monsters. Harpies cannot be targeted for attacks or by card effects, so it pretty much stops a lot of D-Pris and stuff like that, and while it has exit materials, it can attack directly, so that's why I run that. Next I run, not one, but 2 Ice Beasts Zero Fine? I don't even know how to pronounce the name. I like Sub-Zero Siren, but the name changes. This one you can detach. It's basically a field-wide Veiler for everything. And it gains 300 attack for each card on the field. It's also a winged beast, so you can Icarus attack if it's trying to get bottomless. And it gets pretty big too, depending on what deck you're playing. Next I play 3 copies of Lightning Story. I'm able to loop my Harpies pretty well with Hysteric Party and all that stuff. And it just allows me to, which story, when it's summoned, you can target one face down card, put it to the bottom of the deck, you can detach one and put a face-up card to the top of the deck. So it stunts a lot of plays that people have, so yeah. Next I also run 1 Diamond Direwolf. It's just, you can pop your Harpies if you need to, you can pop anything, pop itself. It's just for more removal of cards in the field, because Harpies don't always have the removal you need. And that rounds it up for the Egsies. For Synchros, for level 5s, I run my 1 copy of Allied Justice Cataster. Just because it's Cataster, everyone needs Cataster. Level 6s, I just run Armed Wing. I don't really own the level 6s in the deck because I don't always have the ability to. So I just run 1 Armed Wing. For level 7s, I run 1 copy of Blackwing Armor Master because of Gale, and then I also run 1 Black Rose Dragon, just because Black Rose, you just nuke the field, you're good. For level 8s, I run Stardust for Starlight Road or Synchroing, and then I also run my Scrap Dragon because it's Scrap Dragon. And that rounds up the whole deck profile, guys. Yeah, I know it's not an amazing Harpie deck, like everyone goes, oh, make Big Eye Turbo, or make this, make this. I found it's just a fun deck to play. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Harpiehero, signing out.